Okay, it's raining and I like the rain. I think it's very like ASMR-y. Let me show y'all how pretty. I don't know. I like the vibe. So, my little cup. Chewing gum and drinking coffee, okay? This world kind of has men and women out of our natural instincts, or trying to push the idea of being on the opposite instinct. What I mean is men search and us women we sense. This world is subtly trying to push the message that men need to start feeling as if that's his wife. What does she bring? How is she gonna prove she's for me? I'll decide which girl is meant for me. Women start to go into the, I'm looking for my husband. I'm going to list what I'm looking for. I can't wait till I find the one. Our roles are reversed. I think why everyone is so confused and why we're having trouble is because men are out here trying to sense if that's the one, if that's the girl. They're looking at all the girls as like they're competing, like, ooh, which one is gonna prove she's for me? And us girls, we're looking at these guys like, is he the one? Is he my ideal type? How do I approach him? How do I go to him? I can't wait till I look for, and I need both sides to relax a little bit. It's not what comes natural to us. And once we start to, groove into what's actually natural for us, the ease of the dating world will probably start to come back. I'm here to tell you guys through research, what comes naturally. So we could practice what is actually natural for us, what actually works for us. Our roles are reversed. Our job as a woman is not to search or find for anything. Our job is just to be. And once a man or men start to approach and pursue us, that's when we dig into our feminine sense and decide if that man is truly ours, if that man is truly for you. And when you're growing into your feminine, it's easy to decipher what is for you. The more you become into yourself, the easier it'll be to, like, when that man approaches you, for you to get into your head and be like, I could tell you're not for me. I can tell this ain't gonna work. And at the same time be like, I like the way you respond to me. I like the way he's approaching me. I like the way we do things together. He is for me. I'm gonna start with the men and what their natural instinct is, so for us women we can understand, because we can understand what comes naturally for us all we want. But if we don't understand what comes naturally to them, we won't be able to provide opportunities or provide an area for them to showcase these instincts to us. What do I mean by naturally? The combination of our biology, our psychology, and our social conditioning. That is what I mean by naturally. What comes naturally to us. The first one is they go into desire to pursue and initiate. Men want to pursue, not the other way around. Competing for women is something that was done not too long ago. And that will show up as in them making the first move, winning her over, also by wanting to have opportunities to show off their best traits intellectually, physically, and their confidence and how much they can provide for you. As a girl, you can go walk up to a guy and introduce yourself. That's not out of the ordinary. But men really do love to look at something, decide they want it, and go and get it. It's just something in them. That's just what they naturally do. So as for us women, to provide an area for them to pursue and initiate, make yourself more open. Go places where guys can approach you. Be approachable. Bring up scenarios in which they can provide for you, where they can show, like, I want you. Okay? We're here to see, like, what you got. And they want to be like, this is what I got. So let them do it. That's what they want to do. The second thing for men, visual attraction. Girls, you won't be attractive to every man. That's the inevitable. But physical appearance is an important, thing that you need to work on, an important trait that you should take care of when it comes to yourself, because they act on visual attraction. They like what they see. Yes, because of beauty, but their instinct manifests from the importance of their need of good genes, physical health, and for like fertility factors. That's like the biology part. They want to look and be like, oh, she look good. She look, my baby's gonna look good with that. Oh yeah, our DNA's gonna match with that. Yeah, our kid's gonna be healthy. That's like the natural part of it. But beauty is something that you should really take care of, because it is important, because they act on they act on what they see. So, you know what I'm saying? Okay. The third one is they have a huge protective instinct. They're gonna want to protect. This my little boo thing. This is my little boo bear. I'm gonna protect this thing. They want to be hood. They want to be the muscle behind you. They want, anytime you have trouble, for you to be like, babe, and then be like, I got you, and just pull up on some big man energy. They love doing that stuff. That's what makes them feel good. The fourth one is pride and ego. Men feel a deep need to be seen as capable, desirable, especially in the eyes of the woman they desire. Girls, if that is your man, I want you to make an effort. At least 3 compliments a day. At least 3 words of affirmation a day. Let that man know, you are so handsome. I love the way you love me. I need you, babe. I love you. Thank you for all that you do. I'm thankful for who you are as a person. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for doing that. I notice you take out the trash every single day. I love you for that. Thank you. You need to boost them up. They need words of affirmation too. Build them up. Build up their pride. Build up their confidence. Why are you saying, you ain't all that, boy? You really ain't all that, like, for real. This is your guy, and you're talking to him like that? What? I'm just joking. I'm not saying that serious. He knows I'm not being serious. Does he know? Does he actually know? 5. They tend to be very territorial and have protective jealousy. Okay. This instinct is not rooted in being controlling, but it can develop that way if it's unhealthy, if this trait becomes unhealthy to them. But mostly, it's a safeguard from potential threats. If your man looks sideways, like when a dude comes and talks to you, or his body language comes closer to you, he leans in more, he's over topping you more, he gets closer to you, he might lower his voice a little bit, or he just might look more intense in situations where, he might be like, that's very normal. Don't get irritated. This is him being protective. He loves you. He cares for you. This is his instinct to be like, hey, just so everybody around here knows, this one's mine. And we actually want that energy. We want that energy from our men. He's proud that he's with you, and he will tell everybody up in this joint that you are his. No doubt about it. Hey. But I just want to note that these traits are biologically rooted, but they do not excuse any bad behavior. Okay? Healthy relationships depend on self-awareness, emotional intelligence, and mutual respect. They do go based on visual attraction. But if any time you let your hair down or you're in your comfy area, he looks at you like, bro, I don't really want to hang with you right, bro. You need to get your hair done or something like that. Oh, yeah, they can be territorial and protective and jealous, but if they don't let you, if they are restrictive and don't let you post at all, they don't let you talk to guys at all, they don't let you go anywhere without knowing every single detail, they don't trust you because of the potential of something happening. You shouldn't be like, well, that's his biology. No. He should have trust with you. Alright, let's get into the girls. Let's understand ourselves a little more deeply, okay? Okay. So the first one for us women was we need to feel a sense of emotional security. That is what we're sensing for. That's what we're looking for. This is a deep-rooted need that we have. It's tied to the need of security they provide, meant for a better environment for raising children. We want to feel emotionally secure, and when we have that need to feel emotionally secure, because when we have kids with you, we need to know our kids are straight. We need to know the environment's safe. It won't make us anxious. It won't make our children anxious when we're around you, because you make me feel safe. We prioritize stability. We want emotional availability and consistency in our partner. This is how our brain evaluates the relationship strength. When you're consistent in providing for us, when you're consistent in making my nervous system feel calm, that's the love of my life. 2, desire for protection and support. We have a need to feel protected by our men. It's about feeling safe, respected, and valued. That means we want strong boundaries, we want maturity, we want reliability. These 3 things often set off a feeling of being supported and protected. We need protection and support. And I feel already you could tell a difference from the men and their natural instincts when it comes to dating and ours. Men are focused on what they can do for us mostly, if this makes sense. And ours is, what do they provide for me? How do they make me feel? Which is why the men search and go to the women, and we have to sense, why are you looking for a guy? Why are you on the scout for a man? And why are you waiting for women to approach you? Why are you waiting for your wife to find you? Guys are very good at seeing something they want, attacking it, and whether they fail or succeed, if they fail, go into another thing that's almost the same and doing the same process over and over again. Hey, this is what I got, what do you think? And for them to be like, no. And we're like, okay. We don't have that in us. We don't have this go get it, I'm gonna get it initiative in us naturally. Our third one is we want to nurture and bond with them. We have the need to want to truly understand our men. We want to express our care through attention, affection, and acts of service we give to them. We want to be attuned to our men's nonverbal emotional cues. We truly desire that growth with our partner. We want to receive it just as much as we want to give it. This can become problematic if it develops on a I'm gonna fix my man. You can nurture and care for him without trying to fix him. That's toxic on your end. I want to look at my man and be seeing him on the couch, right? And if he's sitting like this, I'm like, oh, he's locked in on whatever he's watching on the TV. He's fine, he's chilling. But if he's sitting like this, I'm like, babe, what's wrong? Are you okay? See him take off his jacket, and if he does I know to go run that bath. I know to go ask him, are you okay? Do you want to talk about it? I know that he probably needs a moment to decompress, and I'm gonna fix him up whatever he needs. I know that if he comes in like that, he's just, happy. I'm like, hey, I'm getting something good tonight. To feel like, yeah, I'm his woman. I know everything about this man inside and out, just as much as he knows me. If you're doing all this stuff also, and he's not reciprocating it back, he's not attuned to when you walk in and you're like, that you're frustrated, and he's not attuned that when you're like, babe, just please, that means you need a moment, you want to decompress. If he's not attuned with you. Number 4, we're hypergaming. We seek a high value partner. And this is what comes naturally for us. We want someone that we want someone competent, ambitious, resourceful, high status. This showcases their ability to provide emotionally, financially, and socially. We need them to be locked in into whoever they are, but just locked in into their best version. Doesn't mean they have to be a millionaire. Doesn't mean they have to come from this neighborhood. It just means who they are as a man, that they're on the best value of that. They're on the highest level that they can be on. We see that they're actually working on themselves. We see that they carry themselves with such a high mannerisms and all this other stuff that we're like, ooh, that's a man right there. So I don't want any guy to be like, see they, no. Now, let me say it like this. Your man is supposed to be able to provide for you in many ways. Your man is supposed to be able to. Do you understand what I'm saying? He's supposed to provide for you. And if he doesn't, five, our natural instinct is to test their strength. These tests shouldn't be manipulative. Some of y'all be tripping out there. But as we women want to assess how well they can handle pressure, how strong his sense of self is, to see if he's emotionally stable and dependable, that's how we test their strength. So I think the best example of this is simply asking him to plan a date, plan an outing, and the way he handles that whole situation really tells us how well we rock with him. On the day of the date, let's say he's like, yo, so like, what are you doing today? What's up? Like, you good today? And you're like, we have a date today, right? Like, you're like, oh yeah, just making sure, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. You like, okay. That was a little too much anxiousness for no reason. Could have just been like, hey babe, I hope you're ready. Remember this time? I can't wait to see how pretty you look. And you're like, yes, I'm already getting ready. Like the vibes are high instead of just confusion for no reason. Then if he shows up 30 minutes late, hey, what's up? Come on, I'm here. You here? You just here? You're not going with flowers in your hand. You're not gonna nothing. That's the best way I think we can test. Tell that man, plan a date. Plan a date. Plan a date. And for our brain chemistry, us women, when they handle situations like this calmly and confidently, it actually strengthens our attraction. We desire deep communication. We want to talk through things. We want to read into things that were said, read into things that were unsaid also. We want emotional transparency. Frustration builds up in us if our partner is emotionally withdrawn or avoids conflict. We don't need no avoidance from our men. We like our men to take things head on. We like them to talk to us. We like them to be open. Now, I'm not saying that if things get heated with you and your guy, that y'all shouldn't take a moment of breathing to go decompress from the situation, to go think, to digest what y'all just said or what just happened, and then come back. But avoiding it or just weeks without even talking about it, really makes us women feel anxious. It makes us wonder, what the heck is going on? For him to come to you and be like, hey, I've calmed down a bit. Are you calm? I would love to talk about it. I put on some water for tea so we could talk. And he grabs your hand and he leaves you so y'all can talk about it. So it could be a calm environment. He's still putting out words of affirmation as y'all are resolving the conflict. Like, oh my God. And he's just calm and just over there looking sexy. Like, I'm not even mad anymore. Like, 7, girls, our instinct is to choose carefully, okay? Us women naturally actually take longer to commit than men. We need to evaluate the man's long-term worth and potential before investing. This is also because biologically, it's more costly for women to reproduce, pregnancy and childbirth. Also, back to the title of the video, men look out for us and we have to sit and think, let me think. We have to see, how does he make me feel? How do I benefit? What can he make me feel in this environment? The long term, what does it look like to be in a long-term relationship with you? I need to see this stuff before I'm like, yes, I'm your woman. We're humans. No one can do anything perfectly but the man up there. But you need to make sure that at least 90% of the time, if anything happens, that in your head, my man's got me. I'm feeling depressed, I'm feeling stressed out, my man's got me. My man's feeling depressed or stressed out, I got my man. So all these videos talking about our standards are too high, yada yada yada, I want you to know this. No, they're not. Actually, if his nervous self acts like that or portrays himself as this way, that doesn't mean you have to accept it. We like to make excuses for how people approach us or how people portray themselves on the first meeting or even just throughout life, and it's like, there's no excuse. The same thing goes for guys. If that girl's portraying herself to you on that first date as something that just does not rock, you do not have to be like, well, she a baddie anyway, so. Dating is supposed to be fun, but it's not supposed to be fun in a sense where you're not caring about who you're doing it with, how you're treating people, messing around on people, treating people poorly. But it's supposed to be in the fun of like, okay, you're going on a date with somebody. I can't wait to meet this person. I can't wait to see how I'll deal with this, that, and the third. Oh my God, that was so much fun. It didn't work out, but that was like, you had a great time. Don't overvalue the idea of marriage or boyfriend and girlfriends or intimacy to the point where dating and finding a spouse becomes an anxious topic. This is a bonus. Intuition. Men and women both have this trait. Women, however, are more in tune and reliant on our intuition. Women have a deeper sense when it comes to mood shifts, to different tones, different moods, different behaviors in other people, and we can act on the insight we get without having facts or evidence to back it up. I said this already, but just like men, none of these instincts justify nasty behavior from women. So back to the intuition, I don't trust this situation for me. I don't think this is no good. But you stick it out because we truly don't have the facts. And if you're like me, you need to know, you need to have facts, you need to have evidence to back it up. You need some proof before I act, because I never want to look silly. I never want to feel silly. And you stuck through it. You stuck through that feeling just for you to be right months later? Okay. Time wasted. But that was because of me, because I already knew this. I just thought, yeah. Like, literally follow your intuition, literally follow your gut. And I'm starting to train myself when I get those feelings to not push them away, to not be so fact driven that I push these feelings away. Because actually, all the times I've had a gut feeling, they were correct. There actually wasn't a time where it was wrong. But I've never had that gut feeling and acted on it without having facts. And I want you to trust yourself, trust your body, trust your brain and your feelings. This whole world is energy. This whole entire world is energy. That's all we are. And energy doesn't lie. God gave you the energy you have. God gave the trees the energy they have. God gives everything to everything. So if you're near that guy and he makes you nervous, and he makes you sweat, and you just don't know why you're feeling so anxious, that's your energy telling you this is not good. I don't know what's not good about it in your brain, but your body's like, we know this ain't good. But so when that man is just so fine to us, when that guy is just so handsome or whatever, even if our body's telling us he's not a good match, we just love to look at his face. Our chemistry goes crazy in the bedroom. It has to be him. The way he hugs me, the way he touches me, like no one has ever done that before. He has to be the one. There's more to people in relationships than that. But it can get good sometimes. Alright? It can get good sometimes, right? A lot of this, I don't chase, I attract. That phrase looks a little different for a guy and a girl. A girl's version of I don't chase, I attract is literally us being so authentic, us being such in our element that the men who are attracted to our authenticity can find us. Guys, you don't chase, you attract. Is more like you need to make sure in your head that your head is right, that you're on the right path to attract the type of women you want. You still have to approach women, you still have to pursue women. You have to match that. You have to be confident in yourself. You have to have high self-esteem. You have to be in your masculine, your divine masculine. I was about to say feminine. Your divine masculine. You have to be on high value yourself. You have to think of yourself highly so that the world can provide you with women that are on that same energy so that you can pursue those women. If that makes sense. If that makes sense. You gotta act like what you want. You gotta act like what you want. Thank you. Love you.